Hey guys, Larry Dwyer, Horror News Network. I'm here with
Mike Simonetta,
Mark McCurley,
and we're here today to talk to you about a little thing called Connecticut HorrorFest.
What?
Yeah, it's a little convention that we're going to be doing September 14th in Naugatuck, Connecticut.
I don't know that I would call it little.
Not little. It was little our first year.
Yeah, but
For the first year, I'd say it was little. Almost was littler. Originally we only had one room, the small room booked for the very first year, and thankfully Christine was like, Rob, gonna need some more space, so she booked the bigger side, and it's been growing ever since.
Rob.
Cap Lozzi from Horror News Network and Connecticut HorrorFest, of course.
CEO.
Yeah.
Writer.
So this is year 6? 6?
Yep.
Look at me.
6 years.
6 years.
You've been there every year.
I have. I still don't remember.
It's all blurred together.
It's all become one glorious day of tired legs.
One long day.
Well, remember
It's
that
worth
you were in the parking lot for like 8 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Hey, anybody seen Mike? I think he's still in the parking lot.
Yep.
Oh, what do you?
That was good times.
That was fun. Parking lot was pretty awesome back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standing on tarmac in
Yeah.
like 100-degree weather.
It was hot.
Sweet.
It was hot.
that year was in August.
I think it was. Yeah, I think that was in August. That was still back at the Matrix in Danbury.
Terrible place.
Yeah, it was. What did Doug Bradley call it? The most confusing maze he'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And then we moved to the Ice Arena in Danbury.
Plenty of room,
Plenty of room,
although you were standing on ice.
which is chilly,
Yes.
which I like. Being a heavy guy, ice.
Yeah, but
Kinda
it was because you're up all day, you're tired, your legs are killing you, your feet are freezing.
Freezing. Yep.
A lot of different things happening.
Yep. Those boards on top of the ice kind of
Creaking.
shimmying. Yeah, so it made for a little dangerous situation.
So this year,
Yeah.
gonna be at
The Naugatuck Event Center. Hope I got that right. Yeah, it's
Yes.
Naugatuck Event Center.
Yep.
No ice so far. I don't know.
Huge.
I make no promises.
huge venue.
Yep.
Large.
Plenty of room.
Plenty of room. Plenty of room. So much room that we're trying to figure out. You know, before it was like, oh my God, how are we going to lump all this stuff in this place? And now it's like, oh my God, look at all the room we've got. You know, we're going to probably put. But I'm thinking like maybe we could put a wrestling ring, and have me and you go at it.
Hey,
or me
that's-
and Mark.
That would be awesome.
Little top rope action.
Yep.
You know, whatever we can do to entertain.
That has to be near the front door to drive people back back into the act. Like, what is happening here? Let's go back in.
Yeah. So, first year at the Naugatuck Event Center, September 14th. We've got some awesome guests that we want to talk about. Some who we've met before because we're all convention people. We've all gone to conventions.
Some been
new.
there before.
Some, yeah.
One.
Mr. Maybe our first returning guest. I think it is our
Mr.
first.
Bradley himself.
Yeah, that fella.
That fella.
Right there. Don't do that. It will tear your soul apart.
He was wonderful a couple of years ago.
Sweetheart.
Now we have him and
The rest of the Cenobites, whose
rest of
names
the
he knows.
We have Nicholas Berman Vince, Simon Bamford, and
Barbie Wiles.
Barbie Wiles. Yes.
Who is female Cenobite
two.
in Hellbound.
Yeah.
Because the first one doesn't.
that was Clive's cousin.
Clive's cousin.
She did it for a favor.
Yeah.
And then was out.
And she was like, favor done. Don't talk to me about this crap anymore. So Barbie Wild steps
She's
in.
like, I don't want to be dressed in a leather dress.
No time for that. She's probably like, raising
time.
a family. She's like, listen.
And if you see the movie, she has hair.
Yeah.
Number 2 on, no hair.
No hair. That's how you know.
But
So-
that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Literally, all the Cenobites that count,
Right.
fuck the guy with the CD in his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that
awful.
was.
All right.
Basically,
Forget
after World War II.
it. The real Cenobites come down, get them all signed.
Yep.
It's going to be amazing.
Well, what's also interesting too is you could also look at it as a Nightbreed reunion.
Yes.
It's the same as a Hellraiser reunion.
Yep.
Because Doug Bradley, Nick
Yep.
Vince, Simon Bamford,
All in there.
all in Nightbreed.
We can pretend Barbie Wild was.
We could.
We could pretend it. She wasn't, but we could pretend.
You could
just
pretend
to-
she was one of the
Yeah.
Yeah. Any one of them.
Shoot a sassy maybe or somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
but,
she was there. She's in the cut that didn't make it.
Oh, that's right. There's a lot of extraneous footage out there that she might be a part of. Doug Bradley, our first ever returning guest, and the rest of the Cenobites bringing with him this time. So that should be really cool.
Unbelievably
not
exciting.
sure. We haven't put together panels or anything yet, but I would assume that would almost have to be.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And
maybe you talk about Hellraiser and Nightbreed.
Yeah.
It's possible.
it could be a topic. It could be a topic of discussion.
We just talk about Clive.
Yeah, I'd met
anything?
Doug. I'd met Doug several times, dating back to like 1989, I think. Always a great guy. I have never met any of the Cenobites.
So you know what's going to be interesting? Last time, he was literally selling T-shirts,
Yes.
fuck remakes.
Yes.
And they just announced that finally getting off the Hellraiser remake.
Yeah.
If only,
Reimagining.
if only it said F, bad sequels and remakes.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe he'll have a new
maybe he'll have that T-shirt this year.
Maybe that'll be the new shirt.
Yeah.
Do we know he's not in it? Do we know that? We don't know
I
that.
don't think they announced the cast.
That's not solid yet.
No, it's not. Is Clive involved?
He's involved.
Oh.
That's where I'm let down because he's not fully writing. He's definitely not directing.
No.
So, we'll look forward to it.
Absolutely.
This-
And I'm sure we will talk to Doug about
one of my favorite movies, literally ever.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
well
I
it
love
should
this
be.
movie.
As
I
well
love
it
this
should be.
movie.
How old were you when you watched it for the first time?
I was a teenager. I actually saw the first one on VHS.
Yeah.
Then I went to the theater and was very angry for the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
No, actually I apologize. Not the second one.
The third
I
one.
was okay with the second one. It was like
Yeah.
The third one.
Oh,
I was mad.
I was really mad too. I saw
Yeah.
the third one in the theater.
Yeah, as a guy.
I had one thing I really enjoyed. Danny Tartabull from the New York Yankees was in the third one. So I was
Well, so
like,
you had
being a
something-
huge Yankee fan,
you
I'm
had
like, yeah, Danny
something-
Tartabull.
I was with this girlfriend at the time. She knew, I was a huge fan, talked about it all the time. I have all of Clive Barker's books. And she came out and she's like, what is happening there? I was like, don't know. Just shut up. Let's not talk about it. It's awful. Why was he in a pillar? I don't know why he was in a fucking pillar in a dance club. Come on.
The end of part 2.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's just it doesn't make it right.
I know.
And that wasn't even the same
Fair enough.
pillar.
It was a different pillar.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
that's
Anyways,
So we've got Doug and
And
we've got the
the
Cenobites,
Cenobites.
Connecticut
Exciting
Horror
stuff,
Fest.
yeah.
That's going to be great. Let's talk about some other people. Somebody I've never met, Matt Willard.
Yeah.
I've never met him. You know him as Stu from Scream.
Scream. Yep. You go him as Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Yes, he's done some Scooby Doo work. You'd know him from.
Oh, I know. See, I loved his role in the Return of Twin Peaks.
Okay.
That was probably one of his biggest roles in recent years, and he did a phenomenal job in that show.
Yeah.
I think at the time, because when that show came out, that they had so many non-disclosures, they weren't allowed to talk about it to anyone,
Right.
even other cast members. When they announced them, it was just, oh, did you happen to see that person there? Well, I can't say nothing.
Right.
So he was, at that time, I actually had him sign his first Twin Peaks autograph when I met him, and he actually wrote it on the back, Matthew Lillard first, and that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
He's a phenomenal guy and loves meeting the fans.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always seemed nice. I've never personally met him, but I've seen him, and his interactions with fans always seem to be really positive. He's very outgoing. We can't forget SLC Punk. So
Oh, yeah.
I would get punched in the head if I didn't mention SLC Punk. Or She's All That, because I know that's your favorite movie.
Oh yeah, Wing Commander, and She's All That, and
oh boy, Wing Commander.
Yeah, I've never seen
there
it.
was a movie though that actually the
There was a movie.
Misfits had an appearance in called Animal Room, and it was almost like a '90s Clockwork Orange where he played a bully.
Yeah.
And Neil Patrick Harris was the main character, and
We call him NPH around here.
NPH. Okay,
NPH.
yes. NPH was in it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Was he riding a unicorn?
No.
No. So that's
he was kind of like
I don't like
that's
that.
not primo NPH then.
I don't like how this sounds.
Carry on.
But,
Sorry.
that was a good independent movie as well
Yeah.
from the mid '90s. That was right around the time SLC Punk came out, so it seemed like he had a good flow of movies until he really broke out with Scream
Yeah.
and everything that he continued with through many years. So
Awesome. You've never met him, have you?
I've never met him.
So first time.
First
First
time.
time crew. Boom! You're not part of the first time crew. which is good. You don't want to be part of that crew.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, near and dear to my heart, is Miss Danielle Harris.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
Well,
Yeah. I first met Danielle when she was just a little kid in between the filming of Halloween 4 and 5.
Not creepy.
Not creepy. No, not creepy. In between Halloween 4 and 5, I met her at Fangoria's Weekend of Horrors, which was forever ago back in the day.
But when there was Fangoria.
When there was that.
That was a magazine.
Well, they still, now there is still a magazine now.
Yeah, sort of.
It's good. But yeah, I got a chance to meet her way back then, got a picture with her when I had my long hair. And then I re-met her again recently and had her autograph the picture that I had gotten way back when. So that was pretty cool.
Did she ask you? She asked you where the hair went?
No,
She was
she
polite.
did not.
She was a good.
Yep, she was very nice. She didn't say, "Wow, you've gotten fat," which she could have said, which she could have easily said.
Yes.
And I would have, left in tears.
Wait, so classic Larry Dwyer.
Yeah.
Did you give her one of your special cards?
I
back
did
in the
not.
day? Yeah.
I didn't.
I think that would have been a little.
That
creepy.
would, because she was like 11 or something like that.
Larry Dwyer used to
Oh, yeah.
roll with business cards.
I had
just
business
letting
cards.
you know.
Yeah, I'll tell the story real quick. I used to have a stack of business cards that I would carry around at like parties and stuff, and I would give them to girls. It just said, I had my phone number, and it just said Larry Dwyer, a real nice guy. And I would just give those out, so. But she didn't get one, because she was...
Does
she
your
was,
wife have one?
No, these had been gone long before my...
She knows he's not a nice guy.
She knows, yeah.
Like
She's been with me
100%.
long enough to know that Larry Dwyer, not a real nice guy.
So you were gonna. What were you gonna say?
It's cool. So, have you met her before?
No.
No. Awesome.
So I do not. I don't travel out. This is why I don't leave my house ever.
Mike
No.
stays in this chair.
In this chair. And I'm like, I can't.
We just hand
that
him
book
stuff.
is a little too far.
Yeah,
But that's how I got involved with you guys, because it was amazing that somebody's bringing these people to Connecticut. I mean, that never happened before. 6 years ago, it was crazy. I would bet that when you approach people, hey, would you like to have a convention of horror people there? They were like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Why?
Well, I remember when
But it's-
Rob and Christine were first doing it, and they got some weird looks from the places that they first discussed with. I remember going with Rob to some of these early hotels that we were looking at, and they were like, "You want to do what in here with who?" And so and
So-
6 years later.
I mean, not only is it a great show, I'm happy to help out, but it's just such a boon for the state, because we don't
Get this
outside of
stuff.
that, we don't get this stuff. We don't get the people to come here,
Right.
and it's just awesome.
Yeah, you've met Danielle.
Oh yes.
Okay.
She's phenomenal. Like,
Sweetheart.
oh, definitely. She absolutely loves the fans.
Yep.
And what's nice is that a lot of people who grew up in the late 80s and 90s knew her from Halloween to kick off. But then, she was in what was it? Wish Upon a Star with Katherine Heigl.
Yeah.
And, she was in an episode of Boy Meets World.
And Roseanne.
She
was a regular character on Roseanne.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Plus, one of my favorites, The Last Boy Scout. With,
Oh, yeah. And
That's
she
great.
had the
Yeah.
appearance in March for Death with Steven Seagal.
With Steven Seagal, that's
Yeah.
right. She was his daughter.
Yep.
Or
Or niece, I think, because she was
Yeah.
in that one scene. That was actually, I think, right around the time she filmed either Halloween 4.
It was probably right around that time.
Because she was still that age, but it was also, I think, the producer or whatever casting director liked her enough that she got a role in that film
Right.
as well.
And
Interesting.
now, fast forward years later.
Oh, yeah.
She's in both the Rob Zombie's Halloweens.
Yep.
She's in the Hatchet films. She does a lot of stuff.
Definitely.
She's still very active in horror.
Yeah.
Give me one that you're looking forward to meeting.
Definitely, I would say, Tobin Bell.
Oh,
that
guy,
that fellow.
That fellow.
I would say, because you had Freddy and Jason in the 80s.
Yep.
You had Scream, Ghostface in the 90s. In the 2000s, you had Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Starting in 2004 and every year up to 2010, and then again in 2016 or 17. But
But that, unlike some other character actors, that was like I don't know, 10th, 12th, like just resurgence. I mean, he's such a great character
He
actor
is.
in so many movies.
Oh, yeah.
That was
And forever. I mean, the guy was in Tootsie. The
That's
guy
what I
was in
mean.
The
In a
Firm with
million
Tom
movies.
Cruise. He's,
You know,
he's like always
around,
in.
yeah.
Wasn't he in Taxi Driver? I think he has a small role in Taxi Driver. Maybe I'm being
have-
crazy, but if not Taxi Driver, I'm sure.
Questionable. But-
If you
but
look
yes,
at the
he's been
IMDb,
in- yes.
you're going to see a lot of movies that are like Academy Award winners, and you're like, Tobin Bell's in that. Like,
Yeah.
the guy's
He's
just
great.
always been one of those.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. And that's exciting to me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, not just not just a specific genre.
Right.
Not just he's just so much there.
Right.
And,
Right.
You know, and for me, he kicked it off. He's iconic. He's
Yeah.
someone, I know we discussed earlier the movies went very far.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know,
I mean,
Yeah.
I did like though that for his character, they always expanded on what John Kramer, the character he played, was faced with, and how even though spoilers are okay because
Yeah,
it's been
spoiler.
years. It's
Spoiler.
after he died in part 3, we saw
What?
we saw what the character was faced with between his wife losing a child,
Yes.
him not getting approved for health care when he had cancer, and the things that the people that were part of his games were, kind of like the shady insurance salesman, or the people who were in like the rehabilitation clinic that his wife worked at.
Yeah.
It was everything, it expanded on this in the sequels.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a great character. Definitely somebody that a lot of people are going to be looking forward to meeting.
I
yeah.
honestly can't wait.
I can't wait for Shawnee Smith.
Yes.
Summer School, man.
That's
The Blob.
Yeah. It's Kevin Dillon, man. I can't deal with that Kevin
Blob.
Dillon.
We'll say the Blob was terrible, wasn't it? Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on. What about you? Any first timers you're going to be meeting that you're looking forward
Well, of course. Who were we hinting at?
David Naughton.
Do you know?
David Naughton.
You know what? I don't consider him like a first timer. I'm just so excited he's here. I mean, he's such a great actor. The movie's so iconic.
Yep.
The movie's hilarious. That cat is amazing.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I mean it's gonna be great. I could ask him questions,
Right.
werewolf questions all day.
Will you ask him 7-Up questions?
Well, no.
He did some 7-Up stuff.
He did do some 7.
Will you talk to him about his song?
No.
Was it Making It? Was that Making It?
Was that it?
That was the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I will not. But
Solid gold. Something, I don't know. Breaking these chains.
this is why
I know
this is
more
why
than I'm putting in.
Larry Dwyer does the interviews at all the meet and greets.
Because I can sing the song.
Because you can sing the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so, what are you guys most excited about for him?
For
David Naughton. What do you guys say?
David Naughton for me, it's American Werewolf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I did have a chance to meet him once before, and he was super to talk to about everything. He's because he loved working with John Landis and everything. The way that they, it was the makeup they put on him, on David Naughton that earned them that award, especially with everything that they did with the way that they made the hand.
that was so amazing.
It's the best
Practical.
transformation.
Everything was practical. It was,
It's the best transformation scene of all time.
Easily.
Hands down.
Yes.
It is the best werewolf transformation scene.
I was, in that one, it's interesting how, you see the werewolf so many times, but the transformation you only need to see once to see exactly what he went through. It was crazy.
Right.
It was,
Plus, I doubt they had the budget to show us like that.
yeah, of course. They probably could have modified the scenes or something, showed a different angle.
Yeah.
Flipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, this is just the second time we did it,
Yeah. So, who else? Who else do we got coming? Who else? Who are we missing here? So we talked about Tobin Bell. We've talked about
Danielle Harris,
Shawnee Smith.
The Cenobites.
Yep. Doug Bradley.
Doug Bradley.
Yep.
We talked about Matthew Lillard.
Matt Lillard, right?
Did we?
We did.
Yeah.
We did. We talked about Matt.
That's true.
You were over here.
Oh,
we talked about
that was me?
No, you were.
I was talking to the cat.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think that, with the way that seeing HorrorFest expand every year,
Yeah.
and get more and more guests every time, and going to bigger venues is just like leaps and bounds for like what fans of horror can do to bring other fans into the fold and meet these actors. Because I mean, it seems like the chance to meet celebrities isn't very common. I mean, there's conventions all the time, but oftentimes it'll be like you have to wait till, you know, a certain place opens up, and there's just you know, everybody's it's all different. Yeah.
So we've got a large cast of characters coming this time around. Like we already said, one return guest, our first, not him, but Doug Bradley, our first return guest.
The Phantom might be there. You know.
I don't know.
Someone could dress up as well.
I guess that could happen. And we do have some more coming probably, so I would definitely stick around for those. If you don't have your tickets yet, head over to cthorror.com. You can get them there. You can also get a nice VIP breakfast with Tobin Bell and Shawnee Smith.
Yeah. And you should
I would just ask questions about summer school, but that's why I'm not a part of the breakfast. I'd probably ruin everybody's good time.
We'll tape off.
Yeah.
Tape her off away from Larry. But it'll be all right.
Just keep her away. It's for the best. It's for the best.
I'm with you on summer school.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
So,
you should be
get a
working on your
breakfast.
costume.
Yeah,
as well as the costume contest.
There will be a costume contest. And all manner of stuff and things.
Oh yeah, the vendors and everybody who's going to be selling.
Yeah, tons of vendors. It's going to be a full day of
great collectibles all the way
fun,
around.
you know.
Yeah.
What matters is everybody has fun, and everybody who's there loves having fun. So.
I don't like to have fun.
No, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I like to have a bad time.
You're
as much as possible.
Larry brings it down.
I do. I just take everything
that
down.
guy.
Yeah, I am. All right, guys. So like I said, get your tickets. CTHorror.com. VIP tickets, regular day tickets, all on sale.
Breakfast.
Is
the breakfast sold out yet?
Breakfast? No, it's not. I think there's still some, but they're very limited.
All right, we'll get on top of that.
So get those. Have breakfast with Tobin Bell. Why not? When are you gonna ever have breakfast with Tobin Bell? Never. So get those tickets and make that happen. September 14th, Naugatuck Vet Center. Larry,
Mark,
Mike.
see you soon.